Hello YouTube, this is Luigi the Fourth. Again, sorry if you hear my mom in the background. She's listening to some TV, or watching some TV, you know, same thing. But hopefully I'm loud enough you can hear me. Right now I'm going to my Burning Vengeance deck. It's finally going to be uploaded. This is obviously post-rotation. And things that actually rotated out for me were just Slagstorm and Vapor Snag. Obviously Vapor Snag can be very easily replaced by Unsummon, but as you'll see, I actually did not do that. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, at the top I've got my 11 spells that make the deck tick. They're the draw card spells, and coincidentally also the flashback spell, the only flashback spells in the deck. First one's Desperate Ravings, arguably the best card in the deck. Can just do so much for you. You know, it's an instant, so you can hold back on your counter spells, and then if you don't need to counter anything, just do this, and then you can flash it back and use your Burning Vengeance ability. It's just awesome. Think Twice is about the same, but a little worse. You know, same casting cost, same flashback cost, but like I said, a little worse, but still pretty good. So there's 3. And if you don't want to discard something, if you're too afraid you're gonna discard something you have like a plan for, Think Twice also always works. I've been trying to find a spot for the 4th one for forever, but 3 seems good enough right now. Then there is 4 Falthless Looting. This is really nice because you can discard your other flashback spells, set up your graveyard, and then that makes it a draw 2 for 1 with also a flashback cost. Unfortunately, it is not an instant, but you know, it's okay. Next is the utility spells. First off, there's 4 Mizzium Mortars right out of Return to Ravnica. Usually it's just used for spot removal, just the non-overloaded cost, but when you do get to overload it, it's quite nice. A very nice card, you know, when they've got like 7 creatures on the board, you know, maybe they've just entreated the angels for like 8, and you can just overload this, and then, you know, there goes that. Just a very, very good card, because there's 2 costs. Next is Izzet Charm. It's really hard, you know, you can counter spells, or you can kill creatures, and occasionally you can actually faithlessly loot. You know, that's actually a lot better of an ability in this deck than it is in others, but I don't use it very often unless I'm just holding an Izzet Charm and don't have any action. And then there's Cyclonic Rift, another very good card because you can just bounce one thing, which is what I ended up doing most of the time. But you can also overload it and just bounce back their whole board, which really sets them back by quite a bit, especially if you're playing against like a ramp deck, or even better, like a reanimator deck. It's just a very, very fun one. And next is the offensive stuff. You know, I probably should have put that last, but whatever, I'll talk about it now. Nivmagus Elemental is another new thing from Return to Ravnica. It's quite interesting. You see, it's a 1-drop, but I usually end up using its ability on turns 4 and beyond, because usually what I use it for... Okay, so when I first started playtesting it, I was just exiling spells like crazy, and I wasn't actually getting to do anything except buff this guy up, and then my dad just killed it, and then I was like, oh, I see how this works. So what you're supposed to do is cast a spell with Talrand or Burning Vengeance in the field. If it's Burning Vengeance, obviously you're going to flash back a spell, and then exile it before it resolves. And in that case, you would still get a Drake slash 2 damage, and then you also get a 2/2 counter. So that's good enough. That's how you use this guy. And then also I've seen him get into like, you know, 11, 12, that kind of big. Like, he can become a real monster in the late game. Next is Delver. I'm not sure if I still want to be playing this guy. You know, like, I played it against this one dude, and he just kind of laughed and said, ha, people still play in Delver. So I don't know. I don't know if it's still good, but only testing will tell, right? Next is Talrand. I would love to run 4, but he's a legend, so I can't, and plus with all the draw card content, the only reason there's even 3 and not 2 is because you, in case you get card screwed, you still want to have one all the time. And yeah, he's just really awesome. He makes drakes, and yeah, what else can you say? And then there's my Burning Vengeances. I finally foiled them out because I had some extra money left on Channel Fireball, and they look really cool. Let me see if I can get that going for you. There we go. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, it is. You're right. I'm right. Whatever. So anyway, Burning Vengeance, obviously the namesake of the deck. I've been playing this deck for, what is it, like, I don't know, I'll put an annotation telling how many months I've been playing this for, but it's been quite a few, and Burning Vengeance is just a great card. Usually when you just got one, you're pinging just creatures, but then when you get to 2, you can just start hitting your opponent for 4 and 4 and 4, and it only takes 5 shots of that to kill them. And then when you got 3 or 4, it just becomes redundant, and you're obviously going to win at that point. I don't think I have anything else to say. If you have any questions, though, about the strategy of the deck, please do leave a comment. Like, what would you do if you had in this? Yeah, it's a very complicated deck to play, probably the most complicated of any deck. Sometimes I'm playing cards and I still don't know if it's the right play. So please ask questions. And finally, there's the lands. Yeah, I mean, what is that? 8 mountains, 4, 8, 10 islands, 2 steam vents. Usually I don't play with duels, but I happened to pull one, and then the other one, a friend of mine pulled another one, and I traded him a Nivmagus, and he was like, Nivmagus for a land, awesome, because, most of the friends I have that play Magic are noobs. And 2 crags to flash back the Ancient Grudges out of the sideboard, which reminds me, let's see, where is the sideboard? Crud. Oh, there it is. So, this is the sideboard of the deck that I took last time. Most of it was pretty much irrelevant, but we'll just go through it. So, 2 Augur of Bolas in case against decks where you really need to have some blockers. His ability is pretty nice, but he's mainly just a blocker. 4 Unsummon against mainly Reanimator. 3 Tormod's Crypt, also against Reanimator or any graveyard-based decks. And 4 Ancient Grudges, because pretty much every card that shuts this deck down except for Rest in Peace is an artifact. And 2 Pillar of Flame. This actually almost came in just about every matchup. It was really nice. Like, there was only one match where I didn't bring it in, I think. It was really nice, so if you can tell me what to do so I can put this in my main deck, that would be lovely. But that's all I got for you for today. I might be uploading in the deck tech, but video anyway. Yeah, if you have any questions, ask me. Also, all this stuff is for trade if you want it, although you'd have to offer me something pretty good because I'm obviously going to be playing this deck for a very long time. So until next time, bye.